This is the infamous Highway 401 that extends across southwestern, central, and eastern Ontario. It is one of the world's busiest highways. A 2008 analysis stated the annual average daily traffic count between Weston Road and Highway 400 in Toronto was approximately 450,000, while a second study estimated over 500,000 vehicles traveled that section on some days. This makes it North America's busiest roadway, surpassing the Santa Monica Freeway in Los Angeles and the I-75 in Atlanta. The automotive industry of Michigan and Ontario have contributed to the highway's status as the most busiest truck route, carrying 60% of vehicular trade between Canada and the U.S. Throughout the Greater Toronto Area, Highway 401 uses a collector express roadway configuration to manage high traffic volumes. Highway 401's widest segment has 18 through lanes, located near Toronto Pearson International Airport. Former Vancouver Chief City Planner Brent Toderian said, quote, "We can't all worship at the altar of speed and volume. Successful cities have congestion. If you don't have any of it, you die." End quote. So, Toronto wants this traffic constipation? Toronto wants it? Toderian said highways are specifically designed to move high volumes of traffic as quickly as possible. Price-based tools, such as tolls, are the most effective ways to keep traffic in check. And this is true. Traffic is insane in Toronto. Everywhere, in, around, and near the city. Traffic in metropolitan Toronto throughout the day is typically like in this video. Here we see another highway, Highway 7, just north of the city. During the 1970s and 1980s, many sections were widened from the initial 2-lane cross-section to 4 or 6 lanes. Adding to the heavy traffic is the timed traffic light system designed to stop the flow of traffic at each intersection along its length across the northern part of the Greater Toronto Area. Paralleling Highway 7, side by side in many places, is the controversial Highway 407, a toll road. The most effective way to keep traffic in check. The 407 was planned in the late 1950s as a freeway bypassing the Toronto segment of the Highway 401. However, construction didn't begin until 1987. During the early 1990s, the provincial government proposed tolling the highway to alleviate a revenue shortfall. Despite being included in the 400 series network, the 407 is not considered part of the provincial highway network due to it now being privately owned. The route is operated privately under a 99-year lease agreement with the provincial government. The lease was sold in 1998 for approximately $3.1 billion to a consortium of Canadian and Spanish investors. The privatization of the 407 has been the source of significant criticism, especially regarding the increases in tolls and plate denial and false charges. In addition, the safety of segments constructed following the sale of the freeway has been called into question. Many have come to regard Highway 407 ETR as a luxury, as opposed to the bypass of 401 it was originally conceived to be. One day last year, I mistakenly entered the 407 and quickly exited it just 2 kilometers away. The fees were as follows. 40 cents per kilometer times 2 kilometers is just 80 cents. Then there's the accessory fee of $1. Then there is the video fee to read my license plate on my car, $4.10. An account fee was then added, $3.90, plus 13% tax. A total 407 fee that I got billed was $11.07 for that 2 kilometers. The 407 is doing nothing to relieve the daily traffic stoppage. It is the large corporations filling their pockets with toll money while the remainder of Toronto sits on roadways burning gasoline by the millions of liters per hour, not getting home for hours. The bad news is there's nothing that can be done about it. The rich will keep the average motorist in its forced insanity.